Alrighty, so this is weeks 9 through 11, my NFL predictions. And like I said in the last video, I said I'd give you some rubric of what I look for when I make my picks. So there's four rules that I follow. No team goes 16-0 or 0-16. One and only one team can go 15-1 or 1-15. Now 6 teams can win 13 or more games. That seems pretty reasonable. I don't think we've ever had 13 wins and or 3 losses, or on the other end, 13 losses or 3 wins by more than 6 teams. And starting with last year with these 10-minute overtimes and the no sudden death, used to be that I had to pick a winner on every game. I've now changed it to a team can get one and only one max per team. So now we are going into week 9 on the predictor. And again, not being compensated, but playoffpredictors.com. So I use to do this. And they also do the NBA and Major League Baseball. If you want to kill yourself a 162-game season, and you think 17 weeks is funny. Alrighty, so we're going to do the AFC first. First, the London game. Now, the Jags are basically a home team when it comes to London, and I tend to pick them, and I will this week as well. Dolphins and Jets, which I think is a very important game for the Jets, and they'll lose it because it's still the Jets. Steelers and Colts, I'm going to take the Colts at this point. Broncos and Ravens, and that is, or it's going to be Browns and Broncos for Sunday afternoon game. We're going to take the Broncos on that one. And then Patriots and Ravens on Sunday night. I'm going to go with the kid down there in Baltimore. Now the AFC NFC crossover games. I'm going to take the Bills over the Redskins. I'm going to take Pat Mahone over the Vikes. By that time, I think it'll be an upset. It'll be the Titans over the Panthers. I think the Tanchives will be starting at that point, based on the injuries of Marcus Mariota. I'm going to take the Lions over the Raiders and the Chargers over the Pack. And Thursday night games, I'm going to pick... now, the rule is if it's a home team on Thursdays, you generally choose it. And even though I think the Niners will have a good season, I'm going to take the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Eagles over the Bears. I'm going to take the Seahawks over the Bucks. And on Sunday night, off the bye, I'm going to take the Cowboys over the Giants. And into the bye, we've got the Bengals, Falcons, Rams, and Saints. Now into week 10, Thursday night game. I'm going to take the Raiders. This may be the last, I haven't looked at the whole schedule, but this may be the last game that the Raiders win in Oakland. Coming off the bye, I'm going to take the Ravens over the Bengals coming off the bye. I'm going to take the Browns over the Bills. I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Titans. And I'm going to take the Colts over the Dolphins. In the battle of whatever we're calling Giant Stadium, I know it's MetLife, I'm going to take the Jets over the Giants. And I'm going to take the Rams coming off the bye over the Steelers. On the AFC side, NFC side, I'm going to take the Bears. I'm going to take the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Panthers over the Pack. The first dueling bye weeks, I'm going to take the Saints. On Sunday, I believe this is the Sunday night game, yep. We're going to take the Cowboys over the Vikes, and we are going to take Seattle over the Niners. So we are now going into week number 11. And Thursday night game, we're going to take Steelers over the Browns. We're going to take the Jags coming off the bye over the Colts. We're going to take the Dolphins over the Bills. Coming off of the bye, we're going to take the Texans. Oh, and the bye teams this week, Giants, Packers, Seattle, and Titans. We're going to take the Bengals over the Raiders. The Mexico game is Monday night, so we're going to leave that here. And that's a tentative Monday night, as we learned from last year. We're going to take Redskins are going to come off the bye. They're going to get the W. We're going to take, and then we're going to take the Vikes. And then the dueling buys, I'm going to take the Eagles. Now, and that'll be a rarity. The Patriots very rarely lose off of a bye. We are going to take the Saints over the Bucks, And by that time, the Bucs are going to be looking for both a new quarterback and probably a new offensive coordinator. We are looking at the Cowboys. I am going to pick my first tie. I'm going to pick the tie week of the Panthers and the Falcons. We're going to pick the Niners over the Cards, Rams over the Bears, and actually, you know what? We're going to change that. I'm going to pick the Bears over the Rams. And then the Sunday night game, which may or may not be in Mexico. If weather permits, I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Now, I always say if weather permits because last year that Chiefs-Rams game was supposed to be in Mexico City and got moved. And that may have been, now it's because of field conditions, but if that happens, clearly the idea is I'm picking the Chiefs because it's a neutral site game. It'll suck if that game gets moved to San Diego, or to LA, because that could ultimately decide the conference. And I'm a little surprised. I know that they wanted to do the Chargers and have a big LA team there. I'm surprised they did it against the Chiefs, but it is what it is. And so looking at the schedule here, at this point, I have the Steelers in first with the Rams trying to get a bye. I've got the Colts and the second place overall with the Jags and Texans trying to get a playoff spot. I have the Jets winning the East, and I thought that going into the season, and it is panning out so far. The Patriots on the outside of the division and barely in the playoffs, and I got the Chiefs as the number one overall team. And on the other side, we've got the Bears and Vikings battling it out for first, Panthers and Saints, Cowboys and Eagles, and Niners. And Niners are on the outside looking at the Seahawks, who will probably clinch the West at that point. Next time will be weeks 12 through 14. Have fun.